Hey, hi, we're back. I know it's been a while since our last upload, but we at Lich Labs have been very busy planning things, and, well, just playing D&D, because at heart we're all just nerds. Now, in a second, you probably expect me to fade into nothing and start a speed draw or something like that, but not today. I'm assuming you read the title, so you should know that today I'm going to show you how I go about planning a one-shot. The one-shot in question will be a level 20 game. Yes, I know those are rare, but it's always good to feel like a god sometimes. Speaking of gods, this leads me on to my first step of planning. Behind the scenes, we set out rules for character creation such as levels, stats, and if we have races that aren't allowed, we'll say stuff like that. But after that, I will brainstorm ideas for what I want to do in the one-shot. Usually I look at media that I'm into at the time, such as vampires, steampunk, dinosaurs, cosmic horror, or anything else. This stage usually takes some time for me to do, so don't worry if it takes you a long time to form a plan. In this case, I decided to go with cosmic horror with a hint of planar hopping to touch it off. Once you've come up with that, you can move on to... We have our cosmic horror base, but now we need to start refining the idea more. First, we need a goal for the game, an achievement the group can work towards. A big bad, some sort of treasure they need to find, or catching a murderer. Whatever you come up with, I would suggest having this in mind throughout your planning so you know what the end goal is. In this case, I wanted to fully lead into the cosmic horror vibe and work around Cthulhu. Yes, that guy. To add to this, I'm going to have a cultist setting beacons in various realms to bring him back. This links to our secondary idea of planar hopping that I wanted to work in. Now, we have this refined idea, and we can start working on... In my opinion, a one-shot needs to have an NPC that can tie the story together, give the party information, and teach them about the world they've been thrown into. In this case, I've come up with the simple idea that the group is part of a guild of watchers that defend the plains. The NPC that will guide them is guild leader Andamon, a rather rambunctious tiefling with a heart of gold. He will give the party their mission and may have some extra tricks up his sleeve. The party's mission will be to head to two of the aforementioned beacons and destroy them, hopefully preventing Cthulhu's return. Now, you may be wondering who would be so evil as to bring back Cthulhu. Well, his name is Nuthkull, and he's, well, not in the best of states mentally. But that doesn't matter right now, so let's move on to combat. D&D one-shots do not have to have combat, but I think it's a good ending point and a way to focus the player's goal. Now, in this game there'll be 3 combats. The first 2 will be at the various beacons, and the last, depending on the group's speed, will be either Nuthkull or Cthulhu himself. Creating interesting combat is difficult, but the best thing to do is just start. What I do is I browse D&D Beyond's Monster tab and the Homebrew tab to find creatures that may work for what I'm planning. If I can't find any creatures, I will make my own. Then I'll go on to good old Google and find a map, and since we're a audio-only podcast, we don't need to worry about showing copyrighted maps, so I pick whatever works. Finally, I'll go on to Roll20, add the map and any other objects that are needed. And there you go, we have ourselves a one-shot. This outline will be used for an upcoming game sometime soon, so if this idea interests you, keep an eye out for that in the near future. That's all from me, but we do have a speed paint that's just about to start of the Big Bad Cthulhu, so stick around if you want to see that. That's all from me, hope you've enjoyed, see you soon.